Hello, it's Noobs at the game table, and today we're going to be playing Take Time, designed by, never mind, Alexei Piovesan and Julien Protier. And this is a game that I got off of a board game site and got a little bit of hype. Something about the description caught my fancy, and I got it right before Vegas Clock Tower Con, and the production is beautiful. The concept is interesting. I played it 3 times at Clock Tower Con, and it seemed like everybody we played it with was at least interested, and several people were like, I'm going to buy this afterwards. So I thought we'd do a little playthrough. So far, having played through very little of the game, it seems very promising. So I thought I'd show you how it works. So, oops. I just realized that I didn't organize my box super well when I left because we were running to another game. I will say the production is beautiful, and it comes with these cards that, we'll use that one. These cards that come with sleeves, which is always nice, always nice. So the way this works is there are 12 of each card. Solar and lunar, day and night. And I'll show you what that looks like. So we've got numbers 1 through 12 here, right? There we go. And we've got, of the solar, we've also got 1 through 12. And then we've got these clocks. And the way this works is that, I think I have the one we did already in here somewhere. Or is it in here? Let's see. Is this this is beginner clock number 1. Okay, so you've got this little envelope, beautifully made. Also, these sleeves are really beautiful. Nice that they're provided. And you've got 10 of these in the box. Each one has 4 clocks in it. So here's clock number 1. I'm gonna put it with the, oh no, sorry, that's the side you play. I'm gonna put it with this segment facing this way. So the way this works is that we're trying to basically put our cards down around the clock in a very specific order governed by the rules of each particular clock. So I'll just give these a shuffle while I explain what's going on. Ooh, they're sleeved so I can do like one of those mush shuffles. So as you can see, there's 6 segments going around this circle. This hand indicates that this is the first segment here, and this is the last one here, going clockwise. So it's a 2 to 4 player game, and you are handed cards, and then you need to place the cards one at a time around the circle, following some rules. The first basic rule is that each segment must be equal to or higher than the segment before it. And that's when we add up all the cards that were placed in that segment at the end of the round. So obviously if there's only 1 card in a segment, you know, if just the 4 goes down here, or if you prefer like that, then that's a 4. This next section would have to add up to 4 or higher, continuing around the circle. So this would be legal too, 2 4s. This would not be legal. We go up to 11, down to 4. But when other people add cards, you could maybe add more to get it higher. So now this is 16, and that's higher than 11, so that's legal. However, we're going to be putting cards down, face down, and without talking to each other. So that's tough. Actually, I'll simulate a 3-player game, which means I need to change out this little I here for the 3-player cog. Okay, let's be precise. Let's integrate these gears, you know, so that this, there we go. So I've given a little bit of shuffle, a little bit of a mix. And let me just double check the rule book. I believe in a 3-player game, each player will get 6 cards. Oh, only 3? No, 4 cards. Oh, I was playing this game wrong the other day. I gave people too many cards. All right. Interesting. So each player gets 3 cards. So let's deal out 3 hands. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. In a 4-player game, people get 3 cards. That's what I got wrong the other day. In a 3-player game, everybody gets 4 cards. You want 12 cards out here. So there's 12 in the mix, and these 12 are not used. So how do you put these down? As I said, they need to be ascending in order going around, but there's other rules as well. So in this specific clock, these segments show you some extra rules. There's no rule for this one, no rule for this one, no rule for this one, no rule for this one. This segment can only have 1 card in it, and it must be a white card, a solar card. This segment can only have 3 cards in it. They can be lunar or solar, but there actually must be 3 cards in this section. I'll just double check that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yes. So you can't put 1, 2, or 4 cards in the segment. It has to be 3. Or as they would say in Inglourious Bastards, 3. Okay. So when you get handed your cards, you don't look at them. Now we can discuss with each other our strategy. Okay, if someone needs to put a really low white card right here. If you put the 12 here, it's going to make it really hard. If you've got a 1, 2, or 3, great. We might want to think about putting 3 high cards here. Otherwise, we're going to have to sort of like play it by ear. So you discuss. Then once we look at our hands, we cannot discuss anymore. And once we look at our hands, we then will, whoever out of the 3 of us decides they want to go first is going to go. I'm going to assume my guy decided, oh, he's confident, he wants to go. He doesn't have a good card for this single white card. But let's put down the 5 here. Now, as I said, most of them are going down face down. In a 3-player game, if you look at this cog, there's 3 players in the center and there's 3 eyeballs. That means 3 times in this game, we can place a card face up to give each other information. I don't think it's necessary on that one. Now this player has gone, which means it must proceed clockwise from here. So the next guy is going to go. Let's look at what we've got here. Okay, this 4 is okay for this first slot, but I would say I wouldn't feel confident about that. So I'm going to put this 9. No, I'll put this 10 here. That's what I think. Oh, I put it face up. That's fine. We're going to use one of our 3. These are for bonuses. I believe this is when we lose. We get +1s for later rounds to attempt again. So this is counting as one of our 3 face-ups. That's fine. Oh, I hope this guy has a low number. And he does not. So this person has an 11, 10, 8. He's definitely not putting this single white card down. Okay. We've seen the 10 here. I think I can put an 8. I'll put my 6 here. Okay. Now this person goes again. He has no white cards. He can't put that one down. I'm going to put the 12 in this big area because this has to be the highest round here. Now this person, we're sort of depending on this person, right? Nothing has gone down. I think this is fair to say. If this person went and didn't put down a white card in this first slot, it's fair to say that they don't have a great card to go there. It's easy for me to say because I know what everyone's hands are. But let's just take a little leap of faith and put the 4 here. Now this next person is going to go, and he's going to commit to this large area as well and put the 11 here. You stagger it a little bit so you can see how many cards have been put down in this section. Now I've got a 1 and a 7. I think, because I think this is potentially confusing, I'm going to use a second face-up card. It doesn't have to be distributed evenly, and put this just here. Because it's like, hey, this one, I don't want you to think that this is worth anything, really. So this is almost like putting nothing in this segment. So if we're thinking about trying to get under 10 here and above whatever you guys remember putting here, which I actually don't even remember, you got to think about this being almost nothing. Okay, we're coming around. I think I'm going to go face up for the last face up card. This is a 6. Put it there just to be like, because this is really confusing potentially when you're not, like we would ideally be putting like a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, but it never distributes that way, right? So we have to like signal to each other a little bit about like what we have. So I've got a 10 and an 8. I'm sorry, was it? Oh, well, you'll see. I've got a 10 and an 8 here. I think I will commit my bigger card, the 10, to this area. So this is done. And maybe think about putting the 8 here. I've got a 7. This is what I'm going to do. That's 7. I'm going to put the 7 here. So I know, personally, I know this section is 14 now. 1, 6, and a 7. Nobody else knows that. But hopefully you get the idea that we should put something here. I actually don't know if I would get that from that assumption. They have a 9. I think to be safe, you got to put it here. And now I genuinely don't remember what I put down for these. So now I've got an 8. I think knowing what I know and know about what we discussed, we were only going to mostly put high cards in this section. So I think putting 3 cards here is safe. I don't think putting another card here is safe, especially since it's an 8. I don't think it's safe here. It's definitely not safe here. So I guess the 8 has to go here. And we're done. Now, sort of like the gang, we're going to look at the order of cards, and hopefully it's ascending from here to here. And it's very possible that I just lost this round, having complete information. Let's take a look. 4. Okay, not the best. Okay, we're safe still. Oh, 4, 5, 6, we're still good. We know we beat this because this is 7 plus 7 is 14. Great. Here we've got 10, 19. We know we've beat it now. And 27. Pretty dicey here. And 10, 11, 21. So we've got to beat 27 here. And we did. With a total of, 33 or something like that? 21, 30. Yep, great. So we did it. And so we passed that round. And then we would go looking for the other clocks, which I left loose in here somewhere. Look how beautiful the art is. Really, the production is pretty incredible. I'll just show you a little bit of a preview. Okay, so this is clock number 2, which is, you start here, section 1, section 2, no rules. Section 3, all the cards here must be between 8 and 12. Here, you must do 3 cards there, higher, okay. A little bit of advancement. Oh, and another game this reminds people of is Bomb Busters because of the chapter-like progression. This is card number 3, clock number 3. Now we're starting nothing. What does that mean? Oh, well, then we look at the clock rulebook. The first and second cards played by the group must be placed next to these segments. So the very first player has to put a card here. The second card has to go here. And then you proceed from there. Okay, let's look at the 4th clock of this section. Also, wait. Weird way to do the number 4. I thought it was IV. Oh, that's going to bother me. Okay, so first section here. Looks like it must be a 6. I'm going to assume, yeah, it must be a 6. Actually, that's good in a way because you know you can like put that down, face down, and you know it has to be. Higher. This is 1 black and 1 white. Higher. Actually, that looks easier. Oh, but there's a new rule here, which is in the first 3 clocks, you had this infinity symbol, which meant that you could, any section could exceed 24. From this clock on, no single section can be more than 24 in value. So that's the first set of 4. This is Take Time by Alexis Piovesan and Julien Potier. It's a beautiful production. So far, I found it to be very enjoyable to play. Gives you that little Bomb Busters feel. It gives you that feel of people putting cards. I put a card down on Sunday, and people were like, "Why did you do that?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I just thought it was right. I thought it was safe." Or I was like, I was stuck with a 12, and we needed a low number. So yeah, there's way more advancements. Like for example, just as an example, let's look at a clock from chapter 7. This won't make any sense to any of us, but like, oh my God, wait, what does this mean? What do these mean? When you place a card next to this segment, immediately draw the first card from the deck. Which means you have to keep going. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I glanced at some of the other clocks, and there were some really cool moves that, complexities that were added to it. And so I think this has the potential to be progressively interesting like Bomb Busters. I never made it that far into Bomb Busters, but I'm excited by like what other variations of this there can be. Also a fun little thing, if you ever decide that one of them is too hard, you put them into the sleeve of regrets, and then you come back to it later and revisit. So yeah, that was Take Time by Alexis Provoissant and Julien Protier, published by Libellude. And I don't know, I think for 2 to 4 players, I think 3 was a really good number to play it with. It's a nice little diversion, thinky, has that combination of communication, no communication, frustration. I found that it was a fun game to lose together. We were not getting like super frustrated with each other. There's a little bit of randomness where like sometimes you just get stuck into really difficult positions, and it's like people don't get that mad at you. So anyway, Take Time. I don't think I'm going to do a full review on it. It's worth it to me. It's a small enough game that I will play as much of it for a while. It doesn't seem like necessarily a game that would like live in your collection forever, because I don't know, unless you find the replaying of the like clocks to be really, really fun, which it might turn out to be. But I guess consider this more of a preview than anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, I enjoyed it, and people really did seem to enjoy it. I think maybe not for your friends that are like want a fun party game. It's more of a brain-burny, thinky game. I think it's a little easier to set up than Bomb Busters. Probably not as deep, because Bomb Busters has 66 missions in it, I think. But this has 40. I liked it. Take Time. Check it out.